Okay, we get it, Jalen. Fantasize, fantasize, fantasize. Daydream, 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 fantasize, okay? But what is the actual secret? People think about things all day long, but they don't receive them. Why do some people receive things and other people's don't? Well, glad that you asked. Let's talk about it. So, one of the reasons why people fantasize about things and they don't receive it, or they think they're fantasizing about things, but really what you're doing is actually worrying. A lot of you guys think you're thinking about something and you hear the concept that your thoughts create your reality, yada, yada, yada. But most of the time, you're not thinking thoughts of success and wealth. You're actually thinking thoughts of the complete opposite. You're not daydreaming and fantasizing about what you want. You actually are just in this negative state of mind where you're complaining all the time in your head and bringing yourself down. And that's the difference between the person who manifests the life that they want and the person who doesn't get anything that they want. They have no men, no women, they get no fun in their life, and they have no money. You need to be the type of person who daydreams practically and consciously about things that they actually want. Because one of the things I even got reintroduced to by listening to that book was understanding that you must dwell on the feeling of the thing that you want to receive. And that's exactly what you do when you are daydreaming. Instead of complaining and thinking negative thoughts and bringing yourself down and talking bad about yourself and talking bad about other people, which is basically talking bad about yourself and just bringing it right back to you, you need to daydream about what it is that you want. Daydream, fantasize, because that fantasy is way better than complaining and negative thoughts and thinking about things not going your way. So if you're ever in a situation where you feel like you're not getting the thing that you want, I need you to fantasize more on the feeling of the thing that you desire, because feelings is what is going to supercharge your manifestation. So no more complaining, only fantasizing from now on. But the next tip is give it a rest. Give it a rest. Now that you're consciously aware of what you're doing when it comes to fantasizing and stuff like that, don't feel like you're in a state of neediness. The key to good fantasy and good fantasizing is that you are making it seem like it's real. It needs to feel real, like it's actually happening in the moment, right? You need to get out of a state of wanting and get into a state of being. You need to transform your beliefs around the thing that you're fantasizing about and understand there's no need to want something that you already have. When you are in a state of fantasy and daydream, it's almost like the thing is happening in the moment, right? So next time you want to actually manifest something, dwell on the feeling of that thing. So what I've been doing recently is literally dwelling on the feeling of wealth. And instead of just like trying to say that I'm wealthy and trying to say that I'm a wealthy person and repeating those affirmations, because often you guys will reject it subconsciously, I just simply think about wealth and dwell on the feeling of wealth. And I allow it to be embodied within me. And I just dwell on wealth. And I find that images naturally start to pour into my head instead of consciously trying to force those images. I allow them to happen. And that's the other key. Allow it to happen. Stop thinking about what you want and think about what you have. Get back into the energy of having so that you don't tell the universe again and again, I want, which really means I don't have. And that's what you're going to keep on manifesting, what you don't have. So I guess in this video, I kind of want to talk about that. I just want to kind of talk about my experience with fantasizing and daydreaming and how I truly do believe that this is the secret to manifestation. And I know people talk about that like all the time, like manifestation, all this woo-woo stuff. Bitch, baby, let me tell you something. I don't care if you're a dude, I don't care if you're a girl. Everybody needs to up their manifestation, dream, fantasizing game, okay? And you need to practice consciously and practically fantasizing and daydreaming to live the life of your dreams. Let me tell you how it works. You know, when I was younger, I used to be a total fangirl. I used to find myself daydreaming and just fantasizing about all my favorite celebrity men. And I would just daydream all day long and imagine until one day I found myself living in a life in reality where I actually was able to get what I want. All the guys I used to fantasize about and I used to daydream about, like going on dates with and X, Y, and Z, all those men ended up in my life. And then it became more than just men. Then all the things I used to dream about and the places I used to dream about going and everything started to fall into place. Even friends. Every time I have a desire and every time I have a craving, it's like I fantasize and dream about it and then I get it. And usually there's like a 2 or 3 week time lag from me actually fantasizing and acknowledging the desire, and then it pops up. So like I said before, another example of this is when I used to live in Maryland and I had this picture of Hollywood written on my wall, and I would just sit back and I would relax and I would imagine what it feels like to be in Los Angeles and being under the sun and just, in the mix and all that. And I would just visualize and fantasize all the time about that reality. And then little do you know, I did it. And then guess where I ended up? I literally ended up living in Los Angeles for 3 years of my life when I was going to school, literally, and everything just connected and clicked so easily. Because even before I decided to live there and got the opportunity to live in Los Angeles, I had this moment where I was literally flown out to YouTube after I was fantasizing about LA. And I used to go to a boarding school, so you can't just like leave school, right? But somehow I ended up all the way in Los Angeles as a little high schooler in boarding school where no one else is allowed to leave. I was able to, on a Wednesday, end up in Los Angeles, literally meeting my dream creators, living the life of my dreams, getting flown out, getting the chauffeur, all this stuff. And I'm like, holy crap. Here's what you do. If you want to live the life of your dreams, you need to embrace the energy of daydreaming and fantasizing. Make your life a fantasy. Yes, we want to acknowledge reality. I know that you're currently in a situation where maybe you're broke. Maybe your dating life sucks currently. Maybe your house is ugly. Maybe you just feel like something is not right within you. Maybe you don't feel peaceful. Maybe you don't feel at peace mentally. Maybe you don't feel stable right now in this moment. Yes, I know. I acknowledge and I see and I understand, and hopefully you understand that your reality, maybe it's not too shabby right now. But you can't get stuck there. You have to allow yourself to be realistic and see reality for what it is, but also understand that it's not set in stone. It's just general feedback. The reality that you see in front of you is literally just general feedback that you are receiving based off of your subconscious mind and beliefs. I just recently got this book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Oh my God, I've studied the subconscious mind for years now. But this one right here, that book, y'all need to read this. I got the audiobook, but if I got the physical copy after listening to the audiobook, that's how you know it's a winner. This is the one. This the one. In order to live the life of your dreams, you gotta freaking dream about it. So when you practice conscious fantasy and you practice conscious and practical fantasy and daydreaming, you are activating the power of your third eye. And the third eye is, this chakra of, vision and clarity. But when you actually translate third eye, which is aja in Sanskrit, it actually translates directly into command. Your third eye and your vision and your ability to fantasize and imagine is how you become the commander-in-chief of your reality. It's how you become the authority and author of your reality, right? If you want to live the life that you want, now it's time to start fantasizing about it, dwelling on how it would feel, feeling filled up in the moment. Like, take the time right now to fantasize and to be fully engulfed in every inch of your being with the thing that you want. I find that, like, for example, when I start craving some luscious, delicious, like, male energy in my life, and I start desiring it, I understand subconsciously, desire literally means of God. Like, that's the root meaning of desire, of God, of the stars. So when you have a desire, it actually means that there's a version of you that is already living that reality and it's about to come into your life. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge the desire, acknowledge that you want it, and know that you are worthy of having the thing that you desire, and it's completely okay to desire things, right? It's completely okay to want things, right? You let that sink into your heart, and then you let it melt yourself into the imagination. Fantasize about it. Put your all into it. Let yourself be engulfed in the feeling of it all. Literally, I do this whenever I'm craving like some super sexy energy. And then next thing you know, some new guy in my storyline just appears and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the exact guy that I was looking for. Make your life a movie. Life is literally a movie. As a kid, I used to fantasize about celebrities and, you know, money and success. And I would just meditate and, you know, fantasize and just live in the feeling of having it. Literally, I attracted a celebrity, countless celebrities asking for my number. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. After you fantasize about it, let it go. Let it go. Let the energy go. Because for example, for the instance where I manifested my first celebrity coming into my life, literally, I used to visualize and fantasize about them all the time. Then, instead of putting all my obsessive energy over to them, I brought it all the way back to me. And I started fantasizing about myself and the type of person I could become in this lifetime, and my career and my message and my impact in the world and how good it would feel. And then I started to blow up online and on social media. But then after that, I started to forget about all the guys I used to fantasize about, and I already set that intention. And then little did you know, like a couple years later, here's those guys asking me for my number. Here's those guys coming at my neck, like left and right, back and forth. Guys that you're like, oh my God, they're not even attainable. Yes, they are. The moment that you just let it go and focus on yourself and even fantasize about you being that woman that is just worthy of it all, or that man who's just worthy of it all, that's when you actually get it. You gotta be able to let go so that you can let God, okay? But yeah, guys, that's that video. I hope you genuinely enjoyed this. Like this video up so that we can spread the word on desiring and fantasizing. And I need you to promise me down below right now in the comment sections that you are going to fantasize about something tonight, that you are going to daydream deeply about something tonight. Put on the music, listen to the song that really gets you in that vibe, and fantasize, fantasize, fantasize. I want you to live your best life, and I'm telling you, this is the key to doing it. And also check out this book. Like, this is not sponsored. I'm pretty sure the guy is like dead now, whoever wrote this. This book was so freaking good. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Let me know if you read this down below. I'll actually link this down below as well. But literally, this book is so golden, and the stuff that he talks about just really re-incentivized that feeling in me of like the power of, you know, imagination, the power of settling in the feeling of the emotion of having anything that you want. And if you want more help when it comes to being able to manifest your desires, maybe you tried all the things, but for some reason, nothing actually works. You never see the results that you want in your life, and you try all the things, but nothing actually works. Let me help you. Let me be your coach. I work with really premium type of people who are willing to invest in yourself because I get results. But if you are interested to break past any of your limiting beliefs so that you can live the life you want, take advantage of this Black Friday sale that I got going on right now. My coaching sessions are literally super, super discounted right now. And my courses and classes are 50% off, 20% off if you get an individual course, and 50% off if you get the course bundle. So you get like 3 courses at $300. You are saving so much money. If you always wanted to work with me or you always wanted to get my courses, this is the freaking time, okay? And the course that I would particularly recommend for you guys is my manifestation class. Learn how to manifest using candles and the power of the elements, and also how to really have a good manifestation mindset. I would highly recommend that course for you guys if you really want to get into manifestation, as well as for my goddesses out there who want to step into their feminine energy. Like, be the type of woman who's just uber magnetic and gets what she wants. Definitely check out the bundle for sure, okay? But yeah, follow me on Instagram at itsbabyj, as well as TikTok at itsbabyj, and I'll talk to you guys shortly. Peace! Comment down below 111 because we're manifesting.